I just needed my computer and the internet. Heck, some of us even look for a date online.
Welcome back to the Freezing Bear channel. Today I have handpicked some of YouTube's best get rich quick ads, and we're gonna learn how not to get rich. So if you're up for that, let's get started. The first get rich quick ad we're gonna be checking out today is in front of a waterfall.
I've earned $9,000 in just one payday.
Get rich quick ads never disappoint when it comes to locations. They're always finding these weird places to film. I don't know why she decided to film in front of a waterfall, because they're so loud and they make it really hard to hear what she's saying, because you just hear the shh of the constant water coming down.
Guys, this is a legit business. This is not a get-rich scheme, pyramid scheme, MLM. Those are illegal.
I swear this isn't a scam. This isn't a pyramid scheme. You just gotta trust me. You know, I look like a regular person standing in front of a waterfall, but you have to believe me. This isn't a scam. Come on. The people who tend to say their programs aren't scams or pyramid schemes often tend to be those very same people that are running a pyramid scheme and a scam. I'm not saying that this is a pyramid scheme or a scam, but it's just a funny way. Like, you kind of don't even want to say that, because then it makes people think, okay, well, why are you saying that this is a pyramid scheme? Are people mistaking it for a pyramid scheme? Like, does that mean there's some similar aspects to it? And then even if it isn't a pyramid scheme, you know, it still just kind of makes you go, maybe I'm not gonna do this. At least that's how I feel about that kind of thing.
This business, we register you. You get tax slips, you get checks in the mail. You get actually registered.
Her reasoning behind it not being a scam or a pyramid scheme is that they register everybody, but like, there's been scams before where people have been registered. Like, people get signed up for pyramid schemes. Like, you have to give them information and stuff. Scammers don't care. They want to make their product look as realistic as possible. So, like, if you need to be registered, they'll just be like, oh yeah, you got to fill in this piece of paper and make this count or whatever. And then you do it and they're like, oh, gotcha, you know, kind of thing, and run away with all your money. Comment down below, is that a thing? Like, can scammers just can't make a profile on you? So, like, if you're like wondering if something's a scam, you're like, well, can you make a profile for me? And if they're like, oh no, no, definitely not, then you're like, well, you're obviously a scam.
So I want to fill in on what we're doing exactly, how we're making incredible income online, and why I'm here, you know, videoing this video recording it.
Do you think you could video me videoing this video, and then when I upload this video, then you can video me videoing the viewing of the video? People really need to plan out what they're saying in their get rich quick ad, because it just really takes away the professionalism of it. Well, obviously they're filming in front of a waterfall too, so they're already like quite down on the professionalism scale. Trust me, that's definitely a real scale. And then if they haven't planned out their words and just ramble on a bunch, that takes it down even more. And then you're kind of like, well, what am I watching? This is just really confusing. Put a little bit more of that effort in, you know? Why not?
Be careful, do your due diligence. But I'll tell you, this ain't no scam. This is not something like you've ever seen before.
Wait, what did she just say? I think we need to slow down that clip again and further analyze it.
But I'll tell you, this ain't no scam.
Did she just say, this ain't no scam? Double negative. This is not no scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So lady in front of a waterfall, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your program?
This is literally so unique, so different, our business plan, because we strategically teach everybody.
Slow golf clap to that. That is amazing. This is literally so unique, so different, our business plan, because we strategically teach everybody. What the heck did that mean? Tell me why you signed up for that program. Well, because it was literally so unique and so different, and they strategically teach everybody. So I kind of had to. Oh my God. We're only on the first one and I'm having way too much fun already.
We're traveling. That's my daughter over here. The other crew is up top on the other side of the falls.
The kid's like, Mom, can we leave now? And she's like, no. I have to film this get rich quick ad. Sit right there and wait. So this person has a program where they teach you how to run a digital business. So that's what they're trying to get you to sign up for. But I'm not going to bore you with any of those, because we got to check out more get rich quick ads. You know, we got to keep on going. This next ad is about a get rich quick ad doctor. You know, you didn't think that was going to be coming up, but it is.
I made over $3 million of passive income by doing this one simple asset that literally no other health professional is even doing.
These kind of ads always talk about how they have a special method or special asset that they can teach you, and they're the only ones that can teach you how to use it, and that you got to watch their webinar for it. That's pretty much what all these ads boil down to, is I know a way to sell stuff online, so buy my program and I'll teach you how to do it. These types of programs aren't scams, but they can be quite misleading because the figures that they show are not the figures that most people end up making. They're only like maybe the top 1%. So it's very difficult to achieve that kind of level of success.
This masterclass isn't going to be available forever, and on your screen right now you can see literally hundreds of thousands of doctors and nurses and health professionals that have already taken my masterclass so that they can cut back on their clinical hours.
In one part of his ad, he talks about how this method isn't being used by too many healthcare professionals.
Now, the most important thing for you to understand is that nobody else is doing this, and it's not being done by too many healthcare providers right now. I made over $3 million of passive income by doing this one simple asset that literally no other health professional is even doing.
Then later on in the video, in that clip you just saw, he goes on to say that hundreds of thousands of doctors are taking his masterclass.
And on your screen right now, you can see literally hundreds of thousands of doctors and nurses and health professionals that have already taken my masterclass.
Nobody's in it, but yeah, hundreds of thousands of doctors are doing this.
This is not about wasting your time, continuing the path of being overworked and burned out, drowning in paperwork, trading your time for money. No, this is unique.
This is not about getting overworked and not making enough money. This has nothing to do with working a 9 to 5. This is all about making a passive income and how by taking my webinar and buying my program, you can become rich really easily. But make sure that you do not read my disclaimer because it will say that the chances of that actually happening are very slim. Who put that part in? As you can see there, it's pretty clear he was just reading off a script, which in my opinion just makes the ad seem less genuine. While I was searching into this program some more, I found a thread on Reddit, which I know like it's Reddit, so you have to take it with a grain of salt anyways, but I just thought it was interesting, so I'm going to read some of the posts on it. The guy who created ChesterZoda.com added me through LinkedIn, and supposedly he helps doctors create courses online. After fact-checking him with multiple other doctors who he told me that he had helped, none confirmed that they knew him or had any business with him. Being a Reddit post, this may or may not be true, but that is some interesting information. If that actually did happen, this guy is like saying he has helped people, and then the people were like, no, I haven't had any help from this guy. So that is a bit of an issue there, if that is true. The below comment goes on to say that the course costs $5,800. $5,000 is pretty common for programs like this nowadays, which is pretty crazy considering a lot of the information you can find in these can be found online for free.
Main review. That you could go back in time and just take one pick off of that last parlay that you made.
Do you ever wish that you could go back in time and remind yourself to button up your shirt a little bit higher? Yeah, me too. It happens to me all the time. Obviously, it's perfectly fine to wear your shirt however you want, but like, I just thought that was too good of a bit to pass up.
Thank you so much, Andrew and Kenny, to help me cash out $10,000.
I started with a $250 bankroll. Now I've got 10,000, and I just surpassed.
Some of those testimonies seem like they were cut off a bit early. This program helped me cash out 10,000. Yeah, but then like the next day I lost it all.
My name's Andrew Pace, and I am a 6-figure per season sports bettor who profits off of betting on live sports over the long term.
I haven't seen a get rich quick ad on sports gambling before, so that's another check. You know, I'm going to catch them all one day. I'm going to catch all the get rich quick ads. I quite like this get rich quick ad. It's about gambling on a gamble. Because it's a gamble whether the program is going to give you any good information. And it's a gamble because you're gambling on, you know, sports. This wouldn't be a video about get rich quick ads if it didn't include one about selling ebooks on Audible. So that is what the next ad is. So let's check it out.
You got paid $1,200 by Audible this month?
Yeah, I did. And every single month, he sends me a check in the mail. If you don't know what Audible is, it's actually owned by Amazon, which is one of the biggest marketplaces in the world.
I've seen too many Jax Films videos. I was expecting her to say Audible stands for like audaciously, upside down, diabolical, you know, and keep on going. Like
Audible stands for Audible. You dense, incredibly bloated little Ewok.
I'm a bit disappointed she didn't do that. That would have been really great.
Pretty much in a few months, I started doing the same thing, and it allowed me to quit my full-time job. Then I taught the same process to my mom.
She managed to quit her full-time job making $1,200 a month. I wish, like, where is she? She must be living in some cheap area, because like where I live in BC, Canada, $1,200 is barely enough to pay rent. Like that would be either all your rent money or like you'll need more to pay rent. Like it'd be $1,500 or something like that.
It's very beginner friendly. I knew nothing about online business or even that you could you know, sell things online.
I had like no idea the internet was even a thing. I was still like carrying around calculators in my pocket because I didn't even realize phones had calculators on them. That's how dumb I was, and yet I'm still able to make $1,200 a month off of ebooks on Amazon. My friend who just came out from living underneath a rock, who didn't even know cars existed, was able to make like $1,200 a month selling books on Audible. You have a toddler that has no business experience? Well, just sign him up and he'll be making you $300 a month before you know it. I love how these ads try to make their method just seem so easy. It's almost like you could basically just slip and fall over and make $1,200 a month on Audible.
My mom has no business experience. She doesn't even speak perfect English, and she was able to make this happen. And my brother is 18 and he's doing this.
I taught it to my mom, who's an idiot. She was able to make like $900. My brother is kind of pretty stupid. You know, he's got like an IQ of like 45. He was able to make $1,200 as well. So yeah. So that ad was for a $2,000 program that teaches you how to get books ghost written and published on Audible. And because selling audiobooks on Audible is very saturated, there's a lot of people doing it, it's incredibly difficult to make a lot of money. But don't just take my word for it, let's read their disclaimer. Sales figures stated or implied are personal sales figures or that of our students. Please understand that the results are not typical. We are using these as examples of what's possible when you commit and take consistent action. So when they're saying, oh yeah, you can just do this in your spare time and you know, you'll be making tons of money. No, if you want to be successful on this, this becomes your full-time job. You spend loads of time doing this. It's definitely possible to make money doing this, but it's nowhere near as easy as they make it seem. Another thing that's really sketchy about this website too is there's a countdown for the training session. And it says like, oh look, there's 1 minute 44 seconds left. You know, you access it before the time runs out. But then if you just reload the page, it goes back to 157 again, and you can just keep on doing that forever. They're trying to get you to make a quick decision without really thinking it through. They don't want you to really look too far into it, because then you're like, well, there's tons of other programs teaching people how to sell stuff on Audible. Maybe I'll just find one that isn't $2,000. We're gonna end this video off with the king of get rich quick ads, Tai Lopez, so let's check that one out.
2022, the world's transformed.
Oh my god, I had no idea this video was gonna be so epic. 2022, world's transformed. I don't know the way he said that, that was hilarious. There's nothing funnier than hearing somebody trying to act serious. That sounds like something you'd see in a James Bond movie. The villain would be like petting the cat and he'd be like, 2022, world's transformed. Weren't expecting to see you here, Mr. Bond. I just love the epic get rich quick ads. I've seen quite a few of these. They're definitely in the top tier of get rich quick ads.
And you probably heard of everything out there. From e-com, social media, real estate, crypto, NFTs, everything is on the table in 2022.
Why does he sound like he's not interested in any of this? He's like, from e-commerce to social media, real estate, crypto, NFTs.
Now I want to bring this around and make it simpler for you. But the thing is, right now, e-com is dominating the landscape. Right now, the 80-20 rule is in your favor. Pareto principle.
What's going on with his hands? Like, Tai Lopez has like millions of dollars, but yet he can't afford to buy a good pen that doesn't leak out when he's writing. He has like pen marks all over his hands. Usually it happens, you get a few marks on your fingers and you're like, nah, I'm throwing away the pen. I'm getting a new one. But Ty's like, no, I'm doubling down. I'm using this pen every day for a year.
It's 20% online. 80 is brick and mortar. That's gonna flip. And if you catch that flippening, you might make a lot more than $2,500 to $25,000.
Is it really only 20% online? 80% brick and mortar? Like, because I thought it was a lot more online. I haven't seen any other stats, so I honestly don't know, but comment down below if you know. Is that actually true? This whole program is about him like trying to do what Amazon does with like the fulfillment by Amazon. He like wants to create a marketplace where people sell on his sites and then he gets money because he does the fulfillment and stuff like that, and like you kind of share the profit. Amazon's making a ton of money doing this. I need to do this with some of my websites like Radio Shack, you know? People need to be able to buy cassette tapes again. So yeah, so that's kind of the gist of the whole thing. So we're gonna end the video here. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and please subscribe. And also, why not, if you haven't, check out all the other videos I've made in this series where I go through other bad get rich quick ads. So yeah, check them out. I have like 9 videos now, so you get to see the evolution of my content as it slowly gets better and better. You know, the first one, I'm like a little guy and then I like get to a bigger guy. I don't know where I'm going with this. Bye.